I want to show you my very favorite Clifton Strengths resource today. So, if you have been to a workshop about strengths with me or many other strengths coaches, you might have a handout that looks like this. It says, I bring and I need at the top, and it has your strengths listed in a table format. Now, if you've taken the assessment online but never been to a workshop with a coach, you do not have access to this handout. Um, Make a note in the comment below that you don't have access to it and send me your strengths. And I'm glad to send this handout to you. It is absolutely my favorite resource. And this is why it really gives us strengths through the language of what value you add, what you bring to a team, what you do uniquely that nobody else can do, as well as what each one of those strengths needs to be at their best and what you need to feel energized and motivated and excited on a regular basis. So, here are a couple of ways that I recommend people really use this. First off, if you are job searching, resume writing, trying to write a bio about yourself and say who you are, this I bring stuff gives you some really great language. I never recommend that people put their top 5 strengths on a resume or say, this is who I am. However, the information behind those strengths, what that means about who you really are, can give you some really powerful language when you're thinking about what are the skill sets that you bring into a new job. Um, the second thing is if you are a supervisor or you are being supervised, this is really great information to talk through in a one on one. So, if I'm working with a new supervisor, somebody who's supervising me, I want them to know what value I can add, what I can contribute, what things they ought to ask me to do, and I also need them to know what energizes me. Right? If they know what energizes me, they can supervise me in a way that tends to bring more of those energizing things along, right? On a team, this can also be really helpful to understand each person better and to really talk through if these are what people bring, then who needs to be doing what on this team? How do we really use these strengths to their very best and really activate each person's unique strengths? And then finally, if you are feeling frustrated or demotivated or not excited about your job or a particular role that you're playing in your life, one of the things that can be really useful is to look through this I need list and what are the things that energize you and assess what's missing, what pieces are not showing up for you. Often that will be really clarifying because it'll either help you determine this is a role in which I am never going to have these needs met and therefore never be at my best. Or here's some ways that I can articulate what I need or start putting in place systems and ways to get some of these needs met so I can really be at my best. Um, our strengths represent our superpowers. They really are what you can do best in the world. um, but superpowers need to be fed. They need to have energy put towards them. They need the opportunity to flex and to be used and to grow and to try things. And so the language on this particular handout really helps us articulate that in a way that others can hear and that we can really, instead of just saying, I'm frustrated, I'm not energized, I need to be used more, I need to get to use my strengths more, I can say, you know what, one of the things I need is more time for reflection. When I look at intellection, time for reflection, and others who will challenge my thinking and sit around and talk about ideas with me, that's something I really need. And if that's not happening on a regular basis, then it causes me to lose energy. That is a much more useful piece of information for a supervisor or a team to hear about me than I'm just not feeling energized right now. So, my most favorite of all the strengths handouts, I feel like the language on this can be really powerful and really useful. If you have your I bring, I need, tell me how else you use it. How do you find this to be useful for yourself personally and or for a team you work with? And again, if you've never seen this before, but you have your top 5 strengths, feel free to shoot me a message or make a note in the comment below. And I'm glad to send you this handout to really give you that power of the language behind I bring and I need.